Hello everyone, we're back. Starting a little later today because I'm trying to sort my sleeping pattern out, so it's actually, to me it feels like morning even though it's 10 o'clock at night. But back again with Mass Effect. Let's put that one on there. And the plan today is to try and get as many of the loyalty missions done as possible, so we can try and start working towards endgame.
Commander, good for now.
That's it for
Has he
now.
ever got
Commander.
anything more to say? He doesn't, I don't think. So yeah, I think last time we played this, we'd done Jacob's loyalty mission.
We did Jacob's, Miranda's, Jack's, Grunt's.
Grunt's was done before that.
Garrus is done.
So
Kasumi.
team status, let's have a look. So Morden and Grunt was already done. Garrus was done, so I think we did
We did Miranda, Jacob,
Miranda, Jacob, Jack and
Kasumi. And we tried Zaid's, but
Yeah, we tried
We did.
Zaid's, but we had an issue, so I had to reload. So let's help out Fane, because then we can also check on the shops on the Citadel for if we need any of the things we can buy. For that, let's check the upgrades. I'm sure I did get everything I could already do. That is true, that's correct. Okay. Ugh. Let's check if there's anything we need to know.
Is there anything
Not
I should?
anything
That'll
else?
be all.
I'll be here if you need anything. No messages for you, Commander.
Alright then. I think we finished off the Firewalker stuff as well, apart from this one artifact collection thing.
yeah.
Alright, well let's just go straight to Citadel to help Fane. Can't just reshare an old one.
It's the same thing, isn't it? So I need to check if they released my results
What, for uni?
for my placement.
Oh.
It was supposed to come out today, and half of us have had it, half of us haven't, and I'm half that hasn't. So I'm just gonna check again.
See if anything's working.
Yeah. It was meant to be released at 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
but this is the lady who is my personal tutor, who is useless.
You got a lot of useless people.
Yeah, it was meant to be released today, midnight actually, sorry, not midday. I don't think.
Seeing as we're doing an assassin's mission, we'll take the special thief as well. Right there, there. So,
I'll just check if she hadn't sent an email, because I think one of the girls was going to send one.
fair enough. Keep the
No.
Locust SMG and the Claymore.
I'd have been very surprised if my lecturer had emailed us, seeing as it's Sunday.
Yeah. Back on the Citadel.
According to CSEC reports, Harkin was taken into custody, and charges are pending. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
I think this is where we get to do that, the good cop, bad cop,
Alright.
thing. You know what I mean, don't you?
Mhm.
Oh look, it says fish. I can buy that dye all the time because I don't feed them because I'm an idiot. Nothing there. been playing Borderlands, and using this sensitivity after playing Borderlands is so slow.
Is that what you were playing last night?
Yeah, I was playing pre-sequel. Well, this morning.
You know what I haven't had in ages? Ramen. My grandmother used to make the best ramen. Delicious. Thinking back, I really should have stolen her recipe.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
It's not by the tech damage yet. Could you do me a favour, rather than looking for more garden furniture that we don't have room for?
I'm Commander Shepard.
And
I thought you'd
this is my
appreciate
favorite
something
store
like
on
that
the Citadel.
for the sofa
We
area.
don't have the space for something like that.
That's why it would go in the corner. Anyway,
Look, just Google the Mass Effect 2 credit chit. Because I still haven't found this credit chit.
And I want her arrested.
Yeah, just go to the walkthrough.
so you've done that bit. Have you talked to the Solarian?
No, I
clerk?
haven't. So
What?
that's what I need to do.
Yes,
For
Sarai.
10 credits, we offer
Doing
data
this
protection for
applications
any
on
game
the
we
same
sell.
level.
Commander
Yeah.
Shepard.
I know where it
This
is. I
my
was literally
favorite
just
store
in
on the
there.
Citadel.
Might as well get that one to help out the boys who use them. Any more shops? Doesn't look like it. Let's head back up. And just try and find the shop again now. I was literally just there. I think it's that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is...
Ah, my favorite customer. What can I get you?
A Volus was in here not too long ago. Did he drop a credit chip?
Oh, yes. He bought some environmental system drivers, then left without his chip. I didn't notice he'd left until he was already gone. If you see him, tell him I have it here behind the counter.
I'd like to buy
Oh,
something.
it's all automated these days. I'll be here if you need anything.
Is this Doggo? Is it Doggo? It's Doggo time.
She's beautiful.
It's Doggo time.
Yeah, try and not get my leg.
Kinda can't help it when
my
I'm trying to get the
thigh.
doggy in it.
Oh, don't lick my leg. No. No.
Back to the gaming one.
You're a pest. You're a pest.
Back to the gaming one.
Is that all you needed for that one then?
Yeah, and then I need to talk to them again and
You're trying this side now.
let
You're
the
a
Volus
pest.
let the Volus know to stop being a bitch.
I felt her hand.
Please move along.
You forgot your credit shit at Saranus Applications. The clerk's holding it for you.
Oh. Well. The Quarian could have stolen it.
I'll close this event report, but I'll be watching you. Get a permanent residence, or I'll run you in for vagrancy.
Are you two serious?
What?
You falsely accused this girl of stealing from you. All you have to say now is that she could have stolen it.
Now, just a minute.
And you. She gets harassed and insulted by this guy, and you throw in a threat to arrest her for vagrancy.
Your turn.
How about if I run you in for obstruction of justice?
You think you're gonna run in a Spectre? I think both of you should get out of here.
Son of a...
Thank you. I wish I could give you something more than words.
Can you take care of yourself from here?
I guess. I mean, most nights I eat nutrient paste in a Turian shelter, but I'm surviving. Thanks.
I wonder what Talia would have to say if I'd brought her along. Right, let's go back to CSEC office. See if they have anything to say about Fane's boy.
Oh gosh. When I was doing this earlier, I'm going through all like different
One sec.
special needs conditions now. And I literally just did that, by the way.
No, I'm just checking because Ryan said he'd pop in.
Alright. Yeah, where is it? So, I got onto emotional or behavioural problems. And there's one here called Oppositional Defiance Order. Also known as ODD. And it's basically, it's a disorder which is characterised by defiant, uncooperative, irritable, negative and annoying attitudes towards teachers, peers, authority figures and parents. And it really reminds me, can you remember, I don't know if you remember, there was a lad I used to teach piano and his mum used to have to restrain him because he would behave so badly and try and run out onto the street and stuff. And I thought, I know he was diagnosed with possibly autism, ADHD, but I was like thinking, no, he had that.
Yeah.
So he was only like 7, he was nasty.
Yeah.
He was so nasty.
My associate's trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors. Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
Sounds like my kind of error message.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepherd VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
You don't know us, Captain. Why are you going so far to help us?
I've worked Zakara for 2 years. Every day kids turn to crime because they've got no other choice, because their parents don't care. You're trying to save yours.
He faces a dark path.
We better hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
He's a cop. He'd try to stop Kolyat and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.
He didn't need to know.
I wonder what a Presidian...
Just because he's CSEC doesn't mean he needs to know.
Yeah.
I'm the Spectre. I'll just do what I want anyway. Dark Star is 28. One thing I wish this Stream Deck would work, the Streamlabs thing. I wish it would let me see who's in the chat.
Yeah.
I have to use the actual Streamlabs if I can't. There he is.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No problem. Well,
I just heard him say those Asari Hanar porn games are quite popular at the minute.
just cost more. Yeah, I got the package. It'll be there. Don't worry.
What? Repeat what you was just saying, boy.
Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You Mouse?
What do you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were tired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored. They're everywhere, see everything. yet they are never seen. You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for?
We don't have time for this.
God, Bane, help me.
Help me, Mouse. My son is out there, in the dark.
That's why I carried for him. I thought you'd want me to. Please.
Explain.
He came in, said he was looking for work. He had a holo of me, the one you took, Krios. I put the word out. Use your old contacts. Elias wanted to hire him. Elias Kellum.
One other thing. That Shepard VI you're selling?
Oh shit, you heard? Look, you were dead. It was totally legal to make a VI of you.
Give me a copy and we'll call it even.
What? I mean, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Just to be interested in looking at it.
There's 3 Volas who are patching it all the time.
I didn't want to do that, Mouse. We just don't have much time.
Just go away, man.
Mouse, I'm sorry too.
Just go.
He says just go, yet he's the one that walks off.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees, bare feet black, a dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer. I was the only good thing he had back then, but I left him as I left Kolyat.
Mouse said you had a holo of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse. He pulls at my arm, smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him, that anyone will remember him. I take the holo. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other holos. Where's your son, Krios? He asks.
Don't blame yourself.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the weight of our decisions, Shepard. You, of all people, know this.
Back to the officer. To say she's like a well-trained, like peak of human physical fitness, she sounds like a fucking asthmatic when she's running.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kellum.
Kellum. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the CSEC charity ball from me. In return, I ignore him.
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight, and if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here.
Bet Elias has his VI set to page him if CSEC gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
You be bad cop, because I don't want to be bad cop.
Convince him that we'll put a bullet in his head if he doesn't talk. Once he's scared, he'll cooperate.
Very well. I'll pretend we're ready to kill him. We can't push too hard, though. We need the information more than we need a corpse.
And this way, then, I
Get out
don't
of
do
these
the renegade
restraints,
stuff.
Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this.
Even though it is
The
funny
hell
to
are
say
you
I'll
two?
cut his balls off.
Bailey has nothing to do with this. We just want a few answers. Off the record.
Off the record in a C-Sec interrogation room? Sure.
You hired an assassin. Who do you want dead?
I want to see my advocate.
You apparently haven't noticed we're not C-Sec. No deals, no due process, no advocate.
And that's supposed to scare me. You two are in way over your heads. Bailey won't let you touch me.
As much as I really want to do them, because she literally beats the shit out of him and says, "Now start talking before I cut your balls off and sell them to a Krogan."
Bailey doesn't know you're here. But he will. After we're done.
You're not the only one who can buy off C-Sec, Callum.
What are you, frog boy? Her little apologist? What, kid? You gonna bore me into confessing? You ain't shit. Come on, hit me. I dare you. No, huh? Didn't think you had the balls.
Think carefully, Elias. I want to catch the assassin, not you. Why stick your neck out for him?
You want me to confess to putting a contract on someone? You think I'm stupid?
I get the name, I walk out. You never see me again.
I got no reason to believe you.
Elias, if we were after you, we'd have already put a bullet in your head. We're running out of time. Bailey can't stall his advocate for long.
Then be the bad
I'm done
cop.
here, because I got people to see. Goddamn waste of my time.
How about this? You tell us the time.
I said get out of my way, Bailey. You have no right to... What the hell is going on in here? Step away from my client. Is that... Do you have him tied to the chair?
Glad you could make it, Freddy.
Traffic was bad. You'll need a shovel the size of the Citadel to dig yourself out of this.
No, I won't.
This is all above board. I'm a council specter.
Shit.
What? What's that mean, Freddy?
Spectres can do whatever they want, Elias. I can't help you.
Shit.
If it was you I wanted, I could kill you and go. I want the assassin. Tell me who the target is and I'll leave.
Damn it. Joram Talid. He's a Turian, running for intendant of Zakira Ward.
Where can we find him?
His apartment's in the 800 blocks.
Let's go.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Of course. Like most people in this galaxy.
The majority votes for him, like it or not. That's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard. Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow the lead on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
You think?
Where will you be?
The darkest corner with the best view. Amon Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
Every time I see that trick now, it just reminds me of the newest John Wick. You know, I like they all do it. They all do it to him, and then he just looks at them with a smirk and does the exact same trick to them.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
You can count on it.
Show the humans they won't get their way.
Ha! Thanks. Just
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
I'm following.
I think there's another guy, well, further in, who like worries that I'm in like the maintenance tunnels, and you can just knock him out if you need to.
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Kolyat?
No.
I'm moving to another position, ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
No problem so far.
Check ahead for any like data pads or anything.
Stay close, Shepard. Do you have the target?
Yeah, I got him. It's just here.
I've got him.
Stay with him. I need you to stay close or we'll lose him.
No, we won't.
Target in sight. Can you give me an update?
Doing an update. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've made the camera a little wider now, so we both fit in a little bit more easily. I think we find out this guy's dirty, because like that what they just did was a shakedown, but I think the audio didn't play properly then. I'm sure she's meant to say it looks like the Krogan's shaking down that store. That guy in the middle of those Asari, he's just like, I'm in heaven, but I look like an idiot.
I don't have a good angle. What's he doing?
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a
No sign of trouble.
Yeah, this is where we find out he's working with like blood pack mercs or something.
Where is he now?
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing back here?
I'm with Citadel Health and Safety. We've had vermin reports in storage areas around here.
What? You can't be serious. How did you get in here?
If I didn't have authorization, how did I get in? You see any other doors?
There's the keeper. Never mind. Just go on through, okay?
Thanks.
Yeah, just don't let my boss see.
Yeah, usually I just knock him the fuck out. There he is.
C-Sec. Ow!
Thane,
I saw.
he's heading to Talid's apartment.
Goliath.
This is a joke. Now you show up. Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Talid, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I will.
Take the
That's
boy
a
into custody.
That's the paragon side of things.
Your father doesn't have much time left, Goliath. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace. You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the Deep, I went to find them. The Triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Goliath, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Goliath and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
How nice of you. Yeah, I like this bit when we're reading. So Fane's dealt with his son. He should be clear of any further distractions from the mission. Fane's personal matter revealed troubling issues with Citadel politics. May have to support Elias Kellum and similar criminals to counteract anti-human bias. Bailey at C-Sec offers possible recruiting opportunity for Fane's son. So we've got Fane's new power with shredder ammo, which probably will never be used. Heavy pistol upgrades. Cool. Anyone news in the chat, sound off. Say hello. I'd be so annoyed if my computer made noises like that as I typed.
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the C-Sec archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
10 years is a long time. Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
How'd it go?
Our problems, they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
I watched those guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
Kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within C-Sec.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
Cool. And that's Fane sorted. We've already checked the stores as well, so we should be good to just bail out of this place now.
There's no other missions then on here.
What's that?
There's no other missions on here.
No, not here. We're golden, we've sorted out, what's it? Citadel? Let's get the heavy pistol upgrade, because the heavy pistol is what I use a lot. And that is the heavy pistol maxed out. Let's quickly check in with people that we've actually solved issues for.
How can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Aware you come by a great deal. Have had other species become attracted to me before. Awkward. Not interested.
Wait a minute, Morden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality.
What, is this why you can have a relationship with Morden?
Would never dream.
No, I think...
Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler. Less alcohol and mood music required.
No, I think that's where he basically says, I am not a romance option, basically.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for diverting to the Gurns back, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. Maybe not the best way to learn about the relatives, but I'm glad it's done. What do you need?
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already?
Good.
Commander.
We need to check in on Jack and Miranda and Garrus and Fane.
And Kasumi, or have you done hers?
Kasumi doesn't have proper conversational options. She's just one of those ones where you stand there and she talks at you. And Grunt as well. We should probably check on Grunt. We haven't dealt with Samara yet. There's nothing. Oh wait, is that? Yes.
Wait, have we done Samara's mission or not?
No, that's what I'm probably going to do next.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset, eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how'd she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles, not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Bitarians. A slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me. So they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers. Murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly. Cleanly. To minimize suffering. Them. I let them linger.
That was rage.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Oh, I forgot how awkward that one is. Like, out of all the ways they could have talked to him and had that option come about, he's just talked about his dead wife, and the option they give us is, I want you, Fane. No. No. That is the fucking worst way they could have done this. I think that even still, to this day, there's news articles I see pop up about that awkward decision there. There's so many other ways that they could have said this. It could have even just been something like, let me help you heal, or something like that.
Yeah.
Not, I want you, Fane. You come across as a thirsty slut.
You're talking to your son again. That's huge. Don't lose sight of that by dwelling on should-have-beens.
You are correct, of course. Thank you for listening, Siha.
I think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means.
I think he tells you in number 3 if you got him to that point. I know it's a very, from what I remember, it's a very, very, very big term of endearment.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact. I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments cross the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth. And we'd be lucky to have you.
That's different.
Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
Yeah, you say I crossed the line to get to Saren, but I crossed the line in the terms of I ignored my superiors to stop a galactic threat. You guys crossed the line by using human test subjects and slavery. Bit of a difference there.
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
I saw your bases years ago. You were using Rachni, Thorian creepers, even husks to make your own army.
The husks were already dead. The Thorian creatures were mindless, and the Rachni were abandoned once we understood their intelligence. We weren't breeding an army, we were breeding expendable shock troops for high-risk scenarios. How many soldiers died in Saren's attack on Eden Prime? How many would have lived if we'd had just a dozen Rachni soldiers on our side?
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job
Not
you
many.
wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself. My father got me the best genes money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
You're not coasting on good genes, Miranda. Your ability and your dedication speak for themselves.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate that. I should get back to work, but thank you for coming by.
Okay, butt cheeks. Oh, it's time for my boy. How are them calibrations coming?
Need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges, planning attack vectors, you know. Relax. I'm still
You know,
trying to
that's all
figure
he's
out
got
how
in his
to
back of
prepare
his
for this
mind.
mission.
Relaxing.
Humans don't deal with
By
stress
doing
the way
calibrations.
Taurians do.
Is there like this entire conversation? But the calibrations, I could sort out the calibrations. Oh god, the calibrations.
How did
Eat,
Turian-
sleep, breathe,
Our commander's
calibrations.
on his time. Turian ships have training rooms
Well, that's the
for
full concept.
exercise, combat sims.
I
even
thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on
Sure,
human
but
ships.
that was quick. We raced out, landed. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against.
Oh, I think this is pretty much going to always, because we've already had this conversation, this is pretty much always probably going to bring us to the whole, I could get with him if I want to.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you
But-
later.
Sure thing.
We already have my bae, so I can't. And Garrus is my boy. I wouldn't want to ruin a relationship like that. He's my boy.
You need to one day if we ever play together, you need to pick someone else so I can actually see like what happens
other
with
ones.
other people.
That's fair enough.
Because you always do the same
I'd probably
thing.
pick Garrus. If I was going to pick anyone else, I'd probably pick Garrus.
Oh, I think you should do Fane just for the awkward.
Fane is actually one of the really, really good relationship options. The story you have with him is very good and very well done. But I think I'd pick Garrus, because obviously you still get Garrus in the third game as well.
Shepard,
Just checking in. How are you doing?
the hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Grant would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info's floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
He may be tank-born, but he can do a good pun.
Yeah.
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Cool. And now we need to go see Jack.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you. You don't know what it's like, Shepard, to have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Hard to walk away from it. You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let Aresh live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
You sure about this? I want to do whatever I can to get your head on straight.
Don't get all therapist on me, Shepard. You're not the couch type. I hate that stuff anyway. Bullshit, prison, psych. You did me a favor, and that's enough. More than I expected. I'll keep it together.
Because she is a good relationship option with the, with male Shep. Because, unlike a lot of the other ones which, yeah, they have their issues, but they have their head screwed on right, you get a real sense of, like, recovery from her. And she really becomes kind of like a very deep emotional connection kind of thing. I just went up to the fucking cabin by accident.
And I bet Miranda hates it.
Yeah, because she's already fucking tedious.
So I'm guessing she's like meant to be your relationship, like.
She's the easiest one to get with, definitely. Because I remember when I did my first playthrough all as male Shep, I was with Liara, my first play, my Mass Effect 1. I then went with Miranda in the second one. At that time I didn't have the Lair of the Shadowbroker DLC or anything like that. And then I went back with Liara in the third one, and I'm sure there's a moment where I had to basically explain to her that during our break period I did go with someone else, but you basically just work your way around it. It's not a big deal. Right. So now we can help Tali, Samara. Let's help Tali actually, because hers seems a bit more important. Obviously, with the treason kind of shit she's having to deal with. Huh. The dual suns. Fleet of 50,000 craft holding 17 million Quarians. The migrant fleet is the largest array of space-faring vessels in the known galaxy. Though Quarians on a pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarian ships. That was always something that bothered me. That little tip there at the bottom. It's just like, we know that. You shouldn't have said that, because that instantly let me know that you was already focusing on that. Whether it was added later or not, it was like you shouldn't have said that. That kind of ruins a lot of the stuff. So, she looks so much better in the alternate costume, in that DLC costume, doesn't she?
I like the black one as well.
They're good. They're both good costumes, but I just think the DLC one looks so good. Oh, let's see what Fane's alternate is now. Oh yeah, he goes black, white, because obviously redeemed. So what does she have? She's got explosive drone and AI hacking. We're gonna be against Geth mainly. They use shields and armor. Let's take the boy in his alternate costume, because I've not used his alternate yet. Tali, you all have the correct stuff, that's fine. Some of the ship designs are really cool.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
This is probably basically where, as a commander, I would literally say, no one is allowed to leave the ship because of the quarantine aspect of it. Obviously, they won't be able to handle the germs we carry.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aboard it. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Keep us alive. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
I wonder if we'll see the one that we saw in the beginning mission, the one that was a bit like messed up, and the guy we saved when we rescued Tali.
Yeah, I know.
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead.
Put my phone on vibrate, stop it from making noises.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such a thing.
If Talizora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
And here we see the Quarians are just as bad as every other species in this galaxy at times.
Talizora of us, Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron, Shepard Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Talizora Vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
From what I remember, one of the Admiralty is an absolute fucking cretin.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Talia Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Talia crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Talia's captain, Shepard must stay.
You decided this, you fucking idiot.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Talia Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Okay, just before I answer that, just need to pop it to this. I just need to sort out the gate on the microphone. Just boost it ever so slightly. Just because I think it's picking up the fan we've got in the room just a bit more than I'd like it to. Let's go back.
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vas Nima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Talia Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Talia, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
That seems like an underhanded tactic to bring out.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
It's like, I understand like this is the thing for like treason and stuff, but they are all pricks for holding that information from her. That was her father. Like, that is the most underhanded and despicable thing they could have done.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarry and strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Boshtet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
I do like when she gets pissed. Boss dead. It's like, oh, that obviously means something bad.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the Conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Here he is, Vitor.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing.
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger
He's
the
the
fleet.
first one we saw.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
They did animate his character quite well. How, like, nervous he is and how he's, like, bouncing because obviously his anxiety.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Cal Rieger's over there. Admiral Zen.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
You didn't say much during the opening statements, Admiral.
There wasn't much to say. This trial is a waste of time.
It matters a great deal to me.
If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
She obviously just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Cal Rieger.
Shepard, Tali Zora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
Honesty.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, stayed to argue the charges against Tali Zora. I've served with her and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops, Tali. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
Yeah, I could imagine that. I'm guessing antibiotics can only really go so far in a frontline assault. And I've got a feeling it'll get to the point where it's like, we don't have enough antibiotics for you, so you are now going to get infected, and you are going to have a horrible, horrible time with it.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
I'm not going to bother speaking to Shalaran. Oh, she probably should do. I want to speak to this prick over here, though.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vas Quibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Quib.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Sarah are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
We
should
move on.
He's a prick about everything.
Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Yeah, he's a prick about it all, but he is right. That's the way we need to go. I'll not bother talking with any of us. I like all the comments. I wouldn't expect a human to work this solo. It's like, bitch, our politics are laced with lies. Of course we're good at this stuff.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Talizor is guilty.
If Talizora is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an eloquent one.
Alright, before we do this, I'm going to probably be right back because I'm going to grab something to eat quickly. We're back. Let's go.
Talizora Vasnima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's go
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock their shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kila Selai.
Let's get my weapons set up.
Light 'em up.
They're all yours, Jatika.
Let's check the logs.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Keela. How many get their networked?
All of them. Railzora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Well, I've got a feeling your father got sloppy. And a lot of people paid the price for it. How did he end up there? Come on, give me the piece I'm after. There it is.
Oh, it's this.
I remember that was what unveiled to me that I was going to have a Geth member in my party. Because I just got an upgrade called Geth Shield Strength, which upgrades Geth shields in the party.
Yeah.
Who's running the system diagnostic?
Oh,
I didn't authorize. How many Geth are networked?
Hostile!
Can't get a lock. Hold your fire!
Money. Money. There's a lot of credits lying around on these laptops.
With lockdown navigation, weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. I'm burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Oh. Things obviously didn't go to plan for these guys.
Heads up!
I just hit a guy who was mid-air.
Shields have failed.
I need to get in cover. Shit. Barrier. I am very glad I unlocked the barrier skill, because that barrier skill just saved my life.
Got everything right.
So,
Got all the questions right.
cool.
Just need to print them off tomorrow.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tally. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our home world.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
I understand, like, I understand, like, the train of thought there, like, 60 years to 600, but there's nothing stopping you from colonizing another planet while also not planning to take back the previous one.
How many years have they been exiled?
What's that?
How many years have they been stuck on that?
No, she was saying how it would take it's the difference between 60 years to reacclimatise to their original planet, or 600 for a new one.
No, but my question was, how long have they been on that?
I'm not sure, you'd have to Google it. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Let's run up here. Heavy weapon time. That was a lot more difficult than I was expecting. Like, I charged right in, but they just kept on coming. Laptop for money, and more money. More money. How much money do I have now? 170,000.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rail Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
Father!
Uh-oh.
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tally, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Money, power cells, and more money through the safes. Oh, fuck. That one? Oh, that was lucky. I pressed A on one that I hadn't looked at previous node for.
Ah.
So I just had to go based off of like my knowledge of how the minigames work and hope that I get the right one.
Literally, you get one wrong, that's it.
Yeah, it locks out, but luckily they usually are linked through the... This is basically a PCB. This is what this is. So you can tell usually by the way that I fucked up there because it wasn't linked. So that's it. Can't get in that one. But yeah, usually they're linked. So I just done goofed. Oh, that's a prime. I did not realise that was a prime. You alright? What's up? What, was Lassie playing with it? For anyone interested, my dog, she just likes to sit at the stairs.
Sorry, Stu, if you're viewing my arse then, but
I got very confused as to why he just all of a sudden rushed up.
that's why I was looking, I was like, it's not on the floor there, and I was like, oh, it's a bug. Yes, I got rid of it.
What's up?
I was just talking to her, saying yes, I got rid of it.
Oh.
Good girl.
Acquiring console.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback.
Yeah, here we are.
Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the Admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
I think this is another one of those ones where if you don't have enough Paragon or Renegade, you have to use the evidence, which causes her to lose loyalty because she's too distracted. I think we're okay for Paragon now.
Yeah.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer of assistance. In a few hours.
Quarian Marines lasted less than 5 minutes. Call it.
A pity, Shepard.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Really?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian
I
people.
love that. Garen's just chilling on the step.
It's never in doubt. Only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need. But if you want more, I can present the Normandy, which Tali also saved from Geth forces, even though it's too quiet for her to sleep well.
We still don't know what happened on the Alarai.
No, Admiral, you don't. But you gave her my name. I'm her captain. I trust her with my life, and I'm telling you that she is innocent.
And we should just trust this human's opinion?
We placed Tali's life in the humans' hands. Would you doubt those words if they came from a Quarian, Captain?
No. Based on the rest of the evidence, I suppose that I wouldn't.
Are the Admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
Yeah, I think if you don't have Paragon or Renegade, you either have to use the evidence and that makes her not loyal, but also she's still able to be on the fleet, or you just say we don't have evidence and she gets exiled, which causes her to not be loyal, but at least she doesn't hate you for making her father a war crime.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Tali, about what your father said. What he did.
Well, I know.
You deserved better.
I got better, Shepard.
I got you. I didn't even have to fucking look at it.
Come on, Tali Zora, Boss Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This looks interesting.
Oh, you want more loves?
She being a bugger.
She's just making loves.
The mic's not picking you up at all. If you was hoping they'd hear you.
No, I'm not bothered. As I said, she's probably pestering me because we usually go to bed at this time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could talk to the others, but I'm just not bothered.
Lizardo was innocent after all.
That human did a fine job.
He just wants the attention. Don't you? You just want some attention. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hello. Hello. I think it's time for dog cam. Oh, you can see all the mess on my desk. It's dog cam. Don't lick me. Don't lick me. Dog cam. I definitely think dog cam is one of my favourite additions to the stream.
Congratulations, Talizora. I was skeptical about your choice in captains, but I see now that I was wrong.
Thank you, Captain. I'm just glad that this is over.
You'll always have a place on the ride, whenever you decide to come home. Good luck out there.
She's a pest.
She being a pest.
When you let her out, didn't you? Did she do anything?
I don't think so. Oh, we leveled up. We've got a new outfit for Tali.
I think I'm going to have to let her out.
Yeah, this is how I found out when I first played this that I was going to have a Geth member, because it's like squad member upgrade for Geth shields. Alright, no worries. I'll just probably do some research stuff.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Cool. Let's actually check status. She definitely looks better with the armor looking stuff. So, what upgrades do we have? Tech damage, multi-core shielding. Upgrade that. Prototypes. I need to save for that one really, just so Grunt can have a shotgun.
No messages for you, Commander.
Figure out what else I can do while the wife's away. I don't want to start a conversation while they're being away. I'm missing bits. Well, I just heard the door go, so she's no doubt coming back in just a second. What's up? Okay, what I'll do is I'll just put it as a mute my mic.
Armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles. But engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty. What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
literally just waiting for Becky to get back in here now, and then we'll start the conversations with people. You good to go?
You serious, Lily?
Hey.
Are you serious?
What?
She's bothering me again.
Would you just get to go on the bed?
She's had a poo and everything. She did need to go out.
On your bed. Hey. Come on. Up. On the bed. Go on. Come on. Come on. Lie down. That's a good girl. Good girl.
So what's happened?
I've just read emails and upgraded a few bits. So we had an email from Bailey from the CSEC, letting us know the kid's doing some community service and it's all sorted out. Upgraded the shielding. That was the upgrade we got from Tali.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You must have met some good people, too.
You've seen where I came from. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck them.
Well.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. Thanks for asking.
Let's go quickly check in on Tali. I think I might have to close the stream off soon though.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of Geth. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
You're welcome. I don't really think I want to check in on any of the others for now.
What do you want to do? Are you doing one more mission then?
No, I'll probably call it here. We started later anyway, and we're UK based, so a lot of the people that would be watching us will be definitely going to sleep now, seeing as obviously it's...
It's a school night, everyone's back to work tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, bongers.
I'm not. So yeah. I'll close it off there. It's been a bit of a short one, but it's been a bit of a weird one as well, with timings and whatnot. So, if you have dropped by, thanks for watching. If you were watching at all, if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, leave a like and subscribe and all that stuff, but don't forget to follow on Twitch. We are doing this quite a lot because we want to try and get through this game and the next one. We did actually plan originally on this stream to do a few more of the missions, but we've just not had the time. So the next one will probably be Samara Zaid, and then we'll probably do Project Overlord.
Okay.
And if we start early enough, we should just be able to get the lot out and done. So let's exit this, drop a save, we'll go to this screen, got the doggy in the background saying goodbye as well.
You're sneezing. You're laughing.
Just look at her on the camera.
I know, she's laughing.
So yeah, like I said, we're back quite often. We may be on tomorrow, we may not. It depends on how my sleeping goes with me trying to fix my sleeping schedule.
Yeah, if you're waking up later.
Well, no, I'll still be awake. I'm trying to still be awake in the evening. That's the aim.
Oh, are you trying to do a
24-hour stint, yeah, basically. That's the easiest way for me to try and get my sleeping pattern in check.
Right.
But anyway, I'll close this off because people don't want to hear about that boring shit. So, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.